Next up we have He Who Fights with Monsters, book number 2, a little bit adventure written by Shirtaloon. This is 564 pages, $5.99. It's available on Kindle Unlimited. Here's the author's description. The path from retail, middle management to interdimensional wizard adventurer wasn't easy, but Jason Asano is settling into his new life. Now a contest draws young elites to the city of Greenstone to compete for a grand prize. Jason must gather a band of companions if he is to stand a chance against the best the world has to offer. While the young adventurers are caught up in competition, the city leaders deal with revelations of betrayal as a vast and terrible enemy is revealed. Although Jason seems uninvolved, he has unknowingly crossed the enemy's path before. Friends and foes made along the way will lead him to cross it again. Inevitable conflict looms. There we go. Pretty good novel description. This is the second book in the series and will sell very entertaining. It also very much shows that it's taken from a serial story and it's not fully plotted out, at least for this novel. Like there are definitely these mini plotted adventures, but overall you see that it sometimes just kind of wanders off into these little side quests or these little side like long dialogue sections. And it's entertaining, but it's like, oh, you can see that it's not exactly plotted out. It's a serial story, which means that it's released in chunks and chapters on a regular basis online, and then it's kind of collected in a section that can be considered like one or several story arcs. So it is that's a part of what the story is. Though a portion of the story, there's a big mid-adventure into subspace that is clear goals, quests, and character growth. Most of the story isn't as well plotted out. It feels very much more slice of life. Not to say it's not structured, as you can just looser fights, good banters, casual sightseeing. There are several story threads that were started in this novel that aren't ended or don't actually have much development. And again, that also matches the slice of life storytelling. And it's likely these threads are going to be developed in other books, just not here. Besides those small points, though, the story on the whole continues to be very full of action, adventure, power development, and the addition of more reasonable romance options allow for some fun, playful banter in the group. Good stuff overall. Had a good time with it. Gets a score of 7.6 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I really did. A lot of people love it as well. That's He Who Fights with Monsters, book number 2, with a score of 7.6 out of 10.